How much you put into it?
40, 50 grand, something like that.
Is that how deep you're in it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
600 brakes are a lot of power in any car, but in this, it's just stupid. Brake horsepower and an MX-5, what are we even doing? Ashley, welcome to the channel, bro.
You all right, mate? How you doing?
I am good, bro.
Good.
I'm good because it's a special day. In fact, the first Mazda MX-5 on the channel. Maybe one of the most powerful in the UK with this engine?
With this engine, I'd say so, yeah. I don't know how many, but I know there are some that have got to this sort of level, but there's none that would, I don't think, are at this sort of level. Like,
and the other thing is, I guess, an MX-5 is quite a cheap entry point into a car, right?
It is, yeah. I mean, when you consider that with one of these, you can pick up for like 3-4 grand, like in decent condition. It's like nothing when you consider how much I've put into this.
How much you put into it?
40, 50 grand, something like that.
Is that how deep you're in it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
But that's what you got to do.
You know?
Bro, tell us about what engine's in this and then tell us kind of what you've done to it.
Yeah, okay. So this is a 1.8 VVT block and engine. It's got custom cradle underneath, full dry sump system.
That's
with
mad.
a pace three-stage dry sump system. It's a fluid damper on the front, so it's Manley rods.
Okay.
Wasn't pistons that have been machined down to 8 to 5 to 1. It's got an Athena firing cut gasket, and then it's got Maruha buckets, valves, and then Supertech titanium springs retainers. Got a custom 12mm lift regrind from Kink Hams.
I love this. What snails are there?
It's a Garrett G25 660.
Mad.
0.82 housing.
Mad. Externally gated or is it a plumb back?
Externally gated. Yeah, we love all the noise.
Big fuel system I see too, right?
Yeah, yeah. Radiant fuel rail with an AEM fuel pressure regulator. Injector dynamics 1000 cc's.
Sick.
So,
does it run flex fuel or is it just pump?
It's pump. I'm looking in the future maybe to go for slightly bigger injectors to then put methanol in a tank or something like that. Just as a bit, not necessarily more power, but more security.
Sure.
With timing and stuff. You know, you get a hot day today.
Yep.
Intake temps are hotter, so you're more prone to knock and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like when we go and fuel up, I'm going to put octane booster in it, just to give me a bit of security and all that.
Yeah. Bro, do you know what's crazy? You actually, like, you skimmed over it like it was kind of normal. But this is actually dry sumped with a fully built head. So I'm assuming this is revving pretty damn high, right?
I did forget. It's also, the head is, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the guy that machined this head, or did the porting and the polishing and all that, he used to work for Cosworth.
Okay.
So I can show you some pictures later, and it's like every single one is identical. So I don't know anyone else who's got a head like that on this engine. So as well, which is, I just think this engine is like lots of good little parts from the best people that make something come together and work.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure. And who's built the engine?
Andy at Bassett Down Balancing. He's a very good friend of mine. He's in Hungerford. Okay. So if anyone's got an MX-5 engine that they're doing, go to him.
Go to him.
The god.
Everything that's been done, what kind of power is she making?
On the dyno with Jesse, it made 506 at 1.6, 1.7 bar.
Okay, which is crazy.
Recently, I've turned it up to 2.2, and we're running 100% injector duty.
Okay.
So with that math, it's like 600, something like that, around there.
600 brake horsepower, potentially, in a Mazda MX-5. Bro, this is absolutely crazy. When you told me prior to today that this made 506 brake, I was like, let's get this bad boy on, because I ain't heard one, like, with the actual original engine making that kind of power. When you pulled up today and said, we're running it spicy.
Spicy, I turned it up especially for you.
Bro, I love that, man. 600, mate, guys, this is going to be a fun day. And with all that power, what management have you got managing that
It's run on an ECU Master EMU Pro.
Now, I know a lot of people like to drift these around, and I'm not sure, because again, I'm so out of the loop when it comes to Mazda MX-5s. I'd assume they put LSDs in the rear?
Yeah, it's a stock Torsen 3.6, which is, I believe, is from a Mark 2.5, the later one, but they only made a certain amount of them, so they're quite rare.
Okay,
so it's quite an expensive diff.
Is it quite predictable? Is it controllable?
Oh, yeah, it's quite predictable.
Okay, cool.
I'd say the only point is like, let's say you clutch kick it out of a junction, and you're going sideways, you let off a bit of power, sometimes it tries to snap you the other way, but you just have to keep on the power and a bit of left foot braking.
Okay. A bit of driver mod, keeps it straight. Yeah. Love it. Bro, let's talk about, I guess, your wheels, brakes and suspension too.
Yeah. The wheels are 720 style 51s, ET20, and we've got a Subaru 4-pot brake caliper system on it.
Ah, interesting. I'm round to the back, standard
discs. Well, no, they're actually Mark 2.5 disc, which is slightly bigger than stock 1.6.
Sure. Bro, it's such a small cabin in it. Can we talk about transmission actually too? Because what kind of gearbox holds this power?
It is a K-Miata gearbox swap.
Okay.
It's a Getrag 260 from an E3328.
Okay.
A lot of people have advised me that these boxes are like chocolate, but it's still holding.
It's holding up.
I've gone, like, they smash synchros, don't get me wrong, when you're banging gears third to fourth, but like,
so far,
you know, fingers crossed. It's good.
First box?
No. This is like third or fourth box. But I've never stripped a gear or anything. It's always been like shifting's been shit. So I've just, they're like 250 quid. So it's like, and half a day to change.
It's a consumable, isn't it? It's like a service, isn't it? All right, with that said, bro, I think there's nothing left to do but hit the road and see what she's like.
No worries, mate.
Let's go. So we're out in this crazy MX-5, the revving absolutely crazy. I literally got a mouthful of anti-lag, bro. Like it's crazy to think you've done this to this car is absolutely wild. And just like the noise, like the bass that this car produces in the cabin is crazy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right, so we're in high boost now. You just flipped into high boost, just up here. I love this switch panel up here.
Yeah, man.
Okay, when you're ready, give it to us. High boost. When that screamer opens, it sounds savage. This is epic. Yeah, this eats, bro. This eats. On the rear wheel, you can just hear everything, you can feel everything. It's
so raw.
It's crazy. And you've raced some pretty fast cars, right?
Yeah, my mate's got an R32 GTR. Okay. And that is, we estimate somewhere like 800 brake, but he's not fully tuned.
Sure.
And we're like third gear I was putting on him, and then he would put on me in fourth, but that was at 1.7 bar as well. So,
oh really? That's crazy. That is crazy.
Quite a few fast
I can believe it though, man, because like 600 brakes are a lot of power in any car.
Oh,
but in this, it's just stupid. This is moving out. This is moving, just rev forever. It almost from the passenger seat also seems like, I'm not sure what RPM the boost comes in, but it seems
it's about 4.5.
About 4.5, and it's crazy, but because you've got so much RPM, you're in boost for a long time.
Yeah.
And you feel it like it just builds and builds.
It does put you back.
Yeah. Yeah, this is moving, and it actually, I'm sure, like on a cold day when the tyres don't have much heat in them, it's probably all over the place.
Oh, 100%.
But second gear right there, maybe we've got a bit more weight in it, but being two of us,
it was a bit grippy as well then.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to step out.
It's impressive.
I mean, when we stopped, I ran to check to see what the boost was actually reading.
Okay, cool.
See if we was at
see if you're actually getting where. Yeah. Now this is bad. my turn in the hot seat of the MX-5. Now, do you know what? I don't even think I've ever driven a Mark 1 MX-5. I've definitely driven a Mark 2. Are we rolling? Am I losing my mind?
No, we're not rolling.
We're not.
No,
we're on the hill, guys, and his handbrake's not great, and I've got my foot on the brake.
Typical MX-5.
I can imagine just waffling and just rolling into the middle of the road. But this car is special, bro. Like, it should never be doing this, and this is what I love. I love like we spoke at the beginning about not a lot of people doing this kind of stuff because it's expensive. But I commend people like yourself who push the platform. You just go that extra mile. The lunatics, bro. The lunatics who actually, you know what I mean? Nothing better to do with their time and push the platform, and what you have here is absolutely crazy. The sound of it, the way it moves, bro, it's mad. Today, guys, unfortunately, the seat is not on rails, and you know me, little legs, so we're gonna have to make it work. But oh, the gearbox is tight. The gearbox is tight.
It's really tight. It's nice.
And the sounds too. The turbo flutter. This is Fast and Furious stuff. So, what kind of boost are we on right now?
On a day like today, probably about 1 bar.
1 bar. In low boost. Yeah. So, and we're in low boost now.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we get our first. Well, you reckon second gear low boost?
Try second gear. Yeah, second gear. You'll be quite comfortable.
All right, second gear. Let's give it a go. Honestly, like, you have to drive this car.
Yeah.
Like, it pulls you around.
You can't keep on it, otherwise it'll fucking send you in the barrier.
That's mad, and then the sounds and everything. Yeah, it's just theatre. It's just theatre.
Also as well, it's mapped a little bit, so if you're in, I don't know, whatever gear, like third or something, and you're just coming down from fourth, 1,000 RPM, and you tap the throttle, you get a few pops of bass.
Okay.
You get a bit of noise
in there too. Okay. Let's drop it into third gear. Low boost.
That's the thing, you don't really need to.
When does it make its peak power, do you know?
About 5.5.
Oh really? Yeah, so the extra revs are just kind of RPM.
The curve's like this and then drops off.
Okay.
So somewhere in the middle between 5 and 8.
Now, can we have a high boost?
Go on.
Flip me up to man boost.
Man boost.
Alright, let's slow it down. Let's go a little second. Let's see. Alright. Second gear, rolling on. High boost. Bro, this is what a fun car. What a fun car, bro.
And then imagine that, like going through the lanes.
The lanes, yeah, bro. You'd have to really drive this.
Yeah.
Like it feels like obviously.
Direct.
Yeah, very, very direct. Yeah. You feel everything on the road. Like you feel like very connected to. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm driving in a straight line saying that, but I can just tell by feeling like when the road rocks this way.
The slightest bit of movement, you're like going left to right.
Yeah, 100%. It gives us traction. Yeah. Like, you know, what tyre? I didn't even ask what tyre.
It's the Accelera 655.
Okay, they're working today. They're working today. Let's drop it down to third because I think we got car that wants it.
Please go. Bye.
Bro, things disappear in the rear view so quickly. Honestly, the way this is. Oh man, I guarantee no one coming up behind you expects this car to do what it does. nice. It looks like it's modified, but you never expect it to have what it's got under the bonnet and move the way it does. It's the noise that gets me. It just, like we were saying off camera, like if anything, like it's a very unique noise, but if anything I could assimilate it to, maybe SR, maybe SR, just it's got that dirty 4-cylinder angry sound. It's just,
it wants to go.
Yeah, man. Right, second gear, bro. Second gear. Spinning. Bro, this is nasty. Second gear there, it lit him up. It lit him up. You felt it start to move around.
It's like a little bit.
You know what I mean? Jesus, this is aggressive, bro. Honestly, you smash it. You smash it.
Thanks, bro.
Nah, listen, guys. 600 brake horsepower and an MX-5. What are we even doing?
It's a weapon.
All right, guys. So we are back in from my first experience driving a Mark 1 MX-5, but not only a Mark 1 MX-5 is literally like, it's got to be the most powerful on this kind of engine in the UK, right? So I commend you once again. Thank you so much for coming down.
You're welcome, man.
And sharing this with us. Again, another great, cool creation.
Great fun.
Bro, it's just, you know, it's two lads out in a car. Like, you know what I mean? We share a passion, and you're as nutty as me, pushing, spending way too much in a car. You should never spend, like, you know what I mean? Listen, I feel your pain, but also it's great to see a car actually pay off. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's been worth doing it all, to be honest.
Yeah, what you've built is like epic. And also, I want to big you up social wise. So. Where would people be able to find you?
Instagram, 500 horsepower MX-5 is the name.
Nice and easy. Nice and easy. We need to change it to 600 horsepower now.
Maybe we'll see.
You know what I mean? I will leave links down below to his Instagram. Make sure you check him out, give him a follow. Don't be stingy. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And of course, hit that subscribe button as it helps massively. And of course, we'll be back very soon with another crazy video. Once again, bro, thank you so much.
Thanks, Jamie.
My pleasure.
Nice one.
Catch you on the next one. Peace out.